So today, my husband is doing his very first flight. I got him a gift certificate to take a flying lesson, and he is in the plane and he is off. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you the flight simulator and show you around a little bit. And you can see the school. It's pretty awesome. I didn't realize you could just take a flight lesson and have somebody go with you and you just get to learn to fly a plane. But it's something you can do. So, cool. So you can see all the different little planes they have out here at the airport. The one that he is in is gone at the moment. But this is the Riverside Flight Academy.
Right foot again, there we go, keep it straight. Alright, start pulling back on the right foot, pulling back on the yoke, just pull back, pull that, there you go. Now forward, now right or left, there you go, pull up, there you go, up, left, right, up, there you go, you got it.
Do you need to be on the pedal still? Or?
No, you're good. So just kind of roll the wings level and pitch down a little bit and roll to the right. Try to level the wings with the horizon. Okay. So roll to the right.
Basically what they did, they took a flight simulator lesson for about 10 minutes or so. He did a flight on the simulator, and then they went out, got the headsets and checked the plane and got in the plane and took off. I'm here with Jacob from the Riverside Flight Academy.
Yes.
And my husband is up in a plane right now.
One just like this.
Is he safe?
He's really safe. These are some of the most reliable airplanes they made for learning how to fly.
They're so tiny.
I know, they're just 4 seats. Most of these weigh at most just a tiny bit over a ton.
Oh, wow.
So they're super lightweight.
So tiny.
Yeah.
And he only had, what, 10 minutes in the flight, simulator?
Yeah.
Is that enough time to know how to fly?
I mean, yeah, because we're just trying to get him, super acquainted with the basics of it. But once he's actually up there, the instructor's going to let him fly it for real.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to get a way better feel of the actual controls up there.
That's so scary. I'm too chicken to do this.
You know, when I first started flying, it was something I always wanted to do. But when I told people I wanted to, start flying, everyone's like, oh, you're crazy. Oh, those little planes are so dangerous.
Right.
But once you actually get up in them, all the fear melts away. You're just enjoying the view. It's great.
I don't know if it would melt away.
It would.
I'm still I'm a wreck on commercial airlines. I get on a commercial airline and I have to take medicine to calm myself down.
There's
and, motion sickness, and I basically all but cry my way up through takeoff.
I mean, there are some people that flying's just terrifying for them, and that's just the way it's gonna be. But generally, if you can
this wouldn't be any better.
It might not be.
Yeah,
it might not be. But if you're willing to try it, you would love it. That's one of those things, if you're willing to try, you would fall in love with it.
Maybe next time. If I wanted to try it though, basically you guys you have classes available.
Yeah, we basically do it on your own schedule. So, we have the instructors available and the airplanes. So you just give us a call, and anytime you want to start flying, we'll set it up.
Now, if I decided I wanted to become a pilot.
Yes.
Which is never going to happen. But say my husband wants to become a pilot.
Which hopefully he does after today.
He might. He does like this sort of thing. Now, how many hours do you have to do before you can get a license? How does that work?
So there's a couple different kinds of licenses. The first one, which almost everyone starts with, is a private pilot's license. So that's when you can fly, an airplane like this, take 4 of your friends along. That one's a minimum of 40 hours. But the problem with that is there's a lot of requirements in there. So it's not just show up, fly this airplane for 40 hours and you're done. Some of that has to be with the instructor. Some of that's by yourself. Some of that's, going places, having fun, maybe going to San Diego for dinner. But you build up those 40 hours. We quote that a minimum of about $6,000.
Okay.
Most people take between about $7,000 and $9,000, but it's a ton of fun. Once you have that license, you can just fly anywhere you want.
But you have to have your own plane, or can you rent planes, rental cars?
Yeah, so we're a flight school here, of course. That's why we have the airplanes. But we also do rentals. So if you're just already a private pilot and you just want to get your friends together, go to dinner, you can just call us up, say, hey, can I use the airplane tonight? We'll say, sure, go for it. Show up, take the airplane, and go for it.
That sounds kind of cool. So say that I'm in LA and I have an audition in Chicago.
Yes.
So can you do a little flight, a little plane like this, and fly all the way to Chicago from LA?
You definitely could.
How long would that take?
In a plane like this, you're only going about 120 miles an hour maybe, and you can probably go for about 400 miles at a time.
You have to stop and refuel.
So yeah, by the time you actually got some sleep, because you wouldn't want to do that in one stretch, you'd just be too tired. So by the time you slept, it'd probably take about 2 or 3 days. You could easily do it.
So I could drive it in about the same time I could fly it in a small plane.
But why drive when you can fly? That's my question. Why would you drive when you have this as an option?
But that's super cool. But you could fly down to San Diego in like an hour?
So yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do. I'll get a few friends together, and it's only about a 40-minute trip down there.
But he's taking off right now.
Yeah.
There's little planes everywhere.
I know. Well, we're at an airport.
I know, but it's crazy.
You know, a lot of people think the world of general aviation is really closed off. Because, you know, around the airport, there's all those fences, there are all those key codes. But, you know, just give a call to a flight school like this, and once you're in, you'll see there's a ton of things to do. A ton of airplanes to fly. It's a really welcoming community.
I saw somebody that looked like they were taking off, like, in the Snoopy cartoon earlier. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, like kind of the biplane?
It was like, there were like 2 wings. I have it on the video that's like, it looked like, what it reminded me of like the old Snoopy cartoons where he like takes off and he's like Red Bear and fighting. And...
Yes, that's actually one of the guys that was in there earlier. He owns, that's called a Stearman, a Boeing Stearman.
So is that like a regular plane? Or?
Yeah, that's something that you, with a private pilot's license you could fly.
So how big is like the biggest thing you could fly with a private pilot's license?
The biggest thing generally has about 6 seats. That's about the maximum you can fly with a private. But that being said, you can also go on to get like endorsements is what we call them. Like we have an airplane just down there a bit called our Turbo Aero, which has 4 seats, but it goes faster, it goes higher, and you can also just get an endorsement for a bigger airplane.
Okay.
So with the basics...
We may have to wait. He's getting really loud.
Yeah.
We may have to wait, because I'm not sure they're going to be able to hear us over this guy.
Yeah, maybe not.
Is he just chilling there, or like, what's he doing?
Yeah, he's just kind of probably getting the weather information, talking to tower, getting his clearances.
He's like me. Basically, when I get in the car and like in downtown LA and everybody's waiting for my parking space, and I'm just like, I turn the car on, it's in the air conditioning, and take like 15 minutes to put the GPS, play on my phone, they're like honking at me.
Yeah, there are some people that when they're waiting to go, you know, they'll have like all their technology out, setting up their flight plan, and they'll just chill blocking everyone's way for like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah,
but
it's that guy, that's the guy.
That's a pretty simple airplane, so I'm guessing they'll be out of here in probably just a few seconds. They don't have much to check.
Now, is this my husband coming back in right now?
Yes, it is actually.
Here,
there
let's
he
flip
is.
it around. They're back! Look! They made it! He's still alive! I still have a husband! This is so exciting! You had fun?
Yeah.
Are you going to become a pilot now?
Well, I'm not sure about that, but I had a lot of fun.
Did you land?
No.
Okay, good. Because I was scared with that flight simulator. The landing
Yeah.
might not go so well.
I'm guessing first-timers don't land.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't land. I don't even know if I would take off.
They have a very, very, very good insurance policy.
You get your own insurance.
They're like insanely good at video games, because that's what it looked like to me. Like flying looks like a video game. Does it feel like a video game?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely feels real.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it doesn't feel like a video game.
Hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And feel free to leave a comment in the comments below with any questions you have about this experience. I can ask him, or if you've had the opportunity to fly yourself, maybe tell us a little bit about that. Thanks!
Torque. And so as soon as you take off and go full throttle, the plane's going to want to start veering off to the left, and so you want to counteract that by having your right foot on the right pedal. So basically, to kind of keep the nose straight and going down the center line. And so, as you go full throttle, you're going to build up airspeed. Then, as the airspeed builds up faster and faster, about 60 knots, or as soon as you feel like you're going fast enough, you can start pulling back on the yoke. And as soon as you pull back on the yoke, it's going to pitch the nose up. And as the nose gets lifted up, if you're going fast enough, you're going to start taking off. Okay. Alright, cool. So, ready to go?
Yeah, I think so. You probably have to walk me through that one more time once we get going. But yeah, let's give it a shot.
Alright, let's give it a shot. So just go full throttle. Alright, a little bit of right foot, a little bit of right foot. Alright, right foot. There you go. Left foot. That's too much right foot. Alright, there we go. Right foot again. There we go. Keep it straight. Alright, start pulling back on the yoke. Right foot. Pulling back on the yoke. Just pull back. Pull that. There you go. Now forward. Now right or left. There you go. Pull up. There you go. Up. left, right, up, up. There you go. You got it.
Do
Like
you need to
left.
be on the
There
pedal
you go.
still? Or?
No, you're good. So just
Okay.
kind of roll the wings level and pitch down a little bit and roll to the right. Try to level the wings with the horizon.
Okay.
So roll to the right. There you go. All right, cool. You got it. Okay,
All
cool. All right, sweet. So kind of push forward a little bit more. You want to be able to see the horizon, like over
So
top of
push
the nose.
forward. You mean?
Yeah, and then roll out to the right. So roll
Okay.
to the right. So keep the wings level with the horizon. So keep it going
Okay.
straight. Now push forward to kind of be able to see the ground in front of you. So push forward a little bit.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
There you go. All right, cool. So, all right, sweet. So try to hold this. And now, there you go. So now you're in like a left turn. So try to hold that. All right, cool. Now give me a right turn. So kind of push forward and kind of roll out to the right now. There you go. So keep turning to the right, and just kind of there you go. So kind of pull up a little bit. All right. Now kind of roll to the right. There you go. Now when you get that right roll in, you want to kind of lift the nose to get the turn going. There you go, just like that. Cool. Alright, so that's a nice right turn. Alright, sweet. Just kind of like get a feel for it. Basically, going up, down, left, right. So I'm gonna pull the throttle back slightly because we're just gonna cruise out now. So when you're climbing, you want to have full throttle. But if you're cruising, you don't need full throttle. You just kind of pull it back to about 20, 22, 23 manifold pressure.
Okay.
And if you're descending, if you want to go down, you want to drop, then you just kind of pull the throttle back and you just kind of push forward.
Okay.
And then, all right, let's get it powered back. All right, cool. And so you want to be looking like outside mostly, because basically just being like a private pilot, you're just kind of like VFR, which basically means you're looking outside and watching out for other planes flying around in the area. And so all this is just kind of backup reference. It's not really that important to you. Like if you actually do become a private pilot and you want to move on with your training and become like an instrument rated pilot, then that means that you're able to fly the plane just solely by looking at this, not needing to look outside. It's kind of for like if you are in bad weather where you can't even see outside, like that's what all this is for.
Okay.
And so yeah, so your focus is like mostly outside, just keeping the horizon, keeping it nice and stable. But you can still use this as just kind of like reference for backup. So you have your airspeed indicator, which is going about 100 knots right now. You got your attitude indicator, so blue is sky, brown is dirt. You got your altimeter, which shows how high you are. So right now you're at 1,000. The longest skinny knob is 500, 1,500 feet in climbing. You got your vertical speed indicator, which shows if you're climbing or descending. So right now it's pointed down, so you're in a drop, so you're descending 500 feet per minute.
Okay.
The 10 is 1,000 feet per minute. Right here's your heading indicator. It shows like north, south, east, and west. You have your turn coordinator, which shows your turn, and it shows if your turn is coordinated or not. So basically, to keep the turn coordinated, you want to push your rudder pedal in the direction of the turn. So if you're going to turn right, you want to have up your right foot on the right pedal. If you're going to turn left, then you want to have up your left foot on the left pedal. You try to keep the turn coordinated. Alright, cool. We got just gauges to kind of keep an eye on. We got like oil pressure, fuel pressure, oil temperature, fuel gauges. Kind of important to look at now and then. So we got RPM gauge, shows how fast the propeller's spinning. Here we go. Like the GPS is right here. If you want to make like a whole GPS flight plan, airport A to airport B, kind of set it up right here. And then you have like the radio frequencies. So you kind of like dial in whatever radio frequency you want, and then kind of switch it to active. And then this button right here on your yoke is to actually talk on the radio.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's see. Where are we? Kind of go to the map page. Okay, so this is like the map page. So there we go. So like you have a little airplane symbol. Kind of behind you is Riverside, and then it looks like up ahead, way over there, is San Bernardino. So let's actually head straight over to San Bernardino has a really nice, massive, huge runway to try to practice a landing on. So to land a plane, what you want to do, so see it's like over there, kind of start heading in that direction. To land a plane, you want to basically have the nose kind of pitched down towards the runway, descend down to it. And then right when you get over top of it, you're going to go power idle, so pull the power all the way back. And you're going to start slowly straightening out the nose to fly straight. You're just going to glide. You're just going to keep...
Where's that? Is that the runway over there?
It's straight ahead over that
Okay.
direction. There we go. Let me give you some more juice. Get there faster. So basically you're just going to keep on trying to keep that glide going, like all the way down the runway. And then as you're gliding, you have like no engine power. Like basically you're going to slow down. And as you slow down, your wheels are going to just gently settle down to the runway. Alright.
So little far away.
Alright, so the runway itself is kind of angled out that way. So you want to come in on basically perpendicular to it. And so that means you want to kind of come out and be around here. So kind of head in that direction. So as soon as you're like further out that way, then you kind of slowly bring yourself, took a nice 90-degree turn, like down the center of the runway over there. Alright, cool. So basically before you come into land at a towered airport, you want to make a radio call to announce your intentions and try to get permission to come in and land. So to do that, basically want to tune into whatever radio frequency they have, and then you talk to them, and then it kind of goes like this. I want to say who they are, which would be like San Bernardino Tower, and then you say who you are, which is Cessna 201 Romeo Bravo, and then you say where you are, which you're about, let's say, maybe like 10 miles southwest of the airport. And then you say what you want, which is landing. And you say what you have in terms of airport information. So before you actually go into land, you want to get the weather and all the airport information for that current hour. And so the information is it's kind of divided up. Every hour you get like a new code for the information, which is in terms of Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo. Just like each letter of the alphabet is like a different hour code. And you tell them like, okay, information Julia, information J for like the current, weather and airport information. And they'll be like, okay, you can come into land. Basically come in and report when you are, 2 miles out or something. And when you're, coming out about 2 miles away, you can kind of say, okay, I'm 2 miles out now. And then they'll give you like clearance to land at that point. So here we go, just kind of keep angling towards the runway right there. Kind of keep yourself coming down. So I want to be descending down to the ground. Start pulling your power out a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to try to line the plane to start flying straight down the runway. Come on to the left a bit. And as you get closer, going to pull your power back more and more. I'm going to give you about a notch of flaps. So flaps are going to help you land by just giving you lifts and also slowing you down, giving you more drag. There you go. Stabilize it here towards the runway. Just kind of keep the nose kind of aimed right down to the runway. There you go. A little less drastic on the turns. Pull up. just level, roll level. And, alright, roll in. Gotta roll level. Pull up.
Nope. Didn't make that one.
No, it's all good.